Okay, let's unpack this. Java Web Frameworks.
Right.
For many, that phrase might conjure up images of complex code, maybe technical deep dives.
Sure, it sounds a bit niche.
But what if I told you the market behind these frameworks tells a truly fascinating story about global economic shifts, about where innovation is really booming?
That's the angle.
Today, we're taking a deep dive into the Java Web Frameworks software market. We're guided by a detailed industry report.
A really comprehensive one.
And our mission, it's to cut through all that raw data, give you a shortcut to being genuinely well-informed about a crucial, fast-growing sector.
Yeah, with some surprising facts, key insights you can actually use.
Exactly.
What's genuinely fascinating here, I think, is just how foundational these Java web frameworks are.
They're everywhere, right? Even if people don't realize it.
Absolutely. They're the invisible engines powering countless applications, digital services you interact with daily.
Like what sort of things?
Well, everything from enterprise software managing logistics for global corporations to the online banking apps in your pocket and even, your favorite streaming platforms.
Right, the backbone.
Exactly. So understanding this market isn't just about tech trends. It's really a window into significant shifts in global economic power, regional investment.
And the direction of digital transformation itself.
Precisely. This deep dive will reveal which regions, which countries are really driving this growth.
And the why behind it. Why are they choosing Java?
Right. And what that means for you, our listeners, whether you're maybe considering a tech career, looking for investment opportunities.
We're simply curious about the forces shaping our digital world.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So to truly appreciate those regional nuances, we really need to set the stage. Let's look at the global picture first.
Good idea. Context is key.
This market isn't just seeing steady growth. It's experiencing a sustained surge. It really speaks volumes about Java's enduring relevance.
It really does. The numbers back that up.
Back in 2021, the Java Web Framework software market was valued at just over $2.3 billion. Fast forward just a few years to 2025, and that figure is projected to climb significantly. We're talking over $3.2 billion.
A pretty big jump in just 4 years.
And if we look further out to 2033, the forecast is remarkable. The market's expected to nearly double again, hitting an impressive $6.17 billion.
Wow, over $6 billion. And that kind of sustained growth, it translates to a compound annual growth rate, or a CAGR, of about 8.5%.
8.5%.
And that 8.5% isn't just a number, right? It represents a powerful, consistent expansion for Java-based frameworks.
It signals widespread confidence, continued adoption by businesses, developers.
All across the globe. And what's also key to understand is which aspects of Java are driving this.
Right, it's not monolithic.
No. We're talking about frameworks like Spring Boot, which really dominates cloud-native development, microservices architectures, or the robust, established Jakarta EE, still absolutely foundational for many large enterprises.
So the market growth shows Java isn't just holding its own.
Not at all. It's actively evolving with the demands of modern software development.
That's the impressive global snapshot then. But the real story, the granular detail that gives us those aha moments, that comes when we zoom in on the different regions and countries.
Exactly.
You'll definitely see some familiar tech powerhouses, sure, but also some truly dynamic, maybe unexpected leaders emerging in terms of growth, sheer momentum.
And this really raises an important question, doesn't it?
Which is
this growth uniform across the globe, or are there specific, localized catalysts driving different markets?
Probably not uniform.
I think as we dive in, we'll see some fascinating disparities. They reflect unique economic landscapes, government initiatives, even cultural approaches to tech adoption.
So we need to look beyond just the headline numbers.
We have to ask why. Why is Java thriving in these specific contexts?
Okay, well, let's start with Asia Pacific then, because honestly, the numbers here are phenomenal.
Yeah, APAC is really the growth story.
This region is the undisputed fastest growing globally. Get this. From just over $500 million in 2021. It's projected to more than double, reaching over $1.5 billion by 2033.
That's a regional CGR of almost 9.6%.
Nearly 10%.
Yeah, almost double the global average. It signals massive digital transformation, huge investment from both government and the private sector.
And a rapidly expanding developer base across the continent.
Absolutely. But it's not just about adoption, it's about innovation.
How so?
Well, many countries in this region are kind of leapfrogging older technologies. They're building digital-first solutions from the ground up.
Ah, okay.
And for that, Java's scalability and maturity are incredibly valuable.
That nearly 10% regional CGR is truly remarkable. But drilling down within Asia-Pacific, the stories get even more compelling.
Right, the country level is where it gets really interesting.
China, for instance. It's a massive market, obviously. Projected to grow from roughly $159 million in 2021 to almost $486 million by 2033.
That's a strong CAGR, nearly 9.8%. Solid growth.
But here's where it gets really interesting. India.
Ah, yes, India.
Showing the strongest momentum of all. A remarkable 10.475% CAGR.
Over 10%.
Yeah, this means it's projected to more than triple. From around $70 million in 2021 to over $230 million by 2033.
That is a massive surge.
It really is. So what do you think is driving that kind of explosive acceleration in India specifically? And how does maybe a smaller but still dynamic market like Singapore fit into this regional picture?
That's a crucial distinction to make. India's astounding growth, it isn't just about raw numbers, it points to a perfect storm, really.
Okay.
We're seeing powerful government initiatives like Digital India pushing for widespread online services.
Oh, that digitalization push.
Combined with a massive skilled developer base, huge talent pool there,
Yeah.
and a rapidly expanding middle class demanding more sophisticated online banking, e-commerce, public services.
The demand and supply.
Exactly. This positions India not just as a consumer, but as a major producer and innovator in Java-based solutions for the global market too, especially in areas like fintech.
Interesting. And Singapore.
Singapore, on the other hand, with its 10% CAGR, it demonstrates how smaller, highly advanced economies are capitalizing on cutting-edge digital services.
So different drivers.
Yeah, often leveraging Java for complex financial systems, smart city infrastructure. It's a powerful illustration of Java's versatility, you see.
Got it.
And we also see robust expansion across Southeast Asia, generally a 10.2% CAGR there. Indicates a similar digital-first approach in many emerging economies.
And even the established players, Japan, South Korea.
Even established economies like Japan and South Korea, with Coursera's hovering around 9%, they continue to deepen their reliance on Java for enterprise systems, critical infrastructure, still very strong.
Okay, so if Asia Pacific is really the engine of accelerated growth, let's pivot. Let's go to North America.
Right. A different kind of story there.
Yeah, here we see something different. Not just rapid expansion, but maybe the deepening of Java's roots in an already colossal market.
Exactly. It proves its enduring relevance, even in the most mature tech landscapes.
So in 2021, North America's market value was nearly $810 million.
Starting big.
Projected to reach over $2 billion by 2033.
$2 billion. That's with a solid CAGR of just over 8%.
Right, 8%. Slightly lower than APAC's rate.
But it's crucial to remember, North America, despite that slightly lower CAGR, it's starting from a multi-billion-dollar base.
Good point. The absolute growth is huge.
So while Asia-Pacific is growing proportionally faster, North America is still adding billions of dollars to the market.
Showcasing the immense scale, the continued reliance on Java in its established tech hubs.
Absolutely. Here, Java frameworks are often tied to massive enterprise systems, cloud migration projects, the constant modernization of existing applications.
So things like Spring Boot are key here.
Definitely. We're talking about the continued dominance of frameworks like Spring Boot for cloud-native apps, microservices, and how Java fits seamlessly into sophisticated DevOps pipelines that are common there.
Okay. And breaking down North America, the United States naturally leads the region.
Of course.
Projected to grow from over $633 million in 2021 to over $1.5 billion by 2033. That's about a 7.9% CAGR.
Still very strong.
But what's really interesting is Canada. It shows steady expansion, nearly tripling its market to almost $299 million by 2033 from around $111 million in 2021.
Yeah.
And it boasts an 8.6% CAGR, notably higher than the U.S.
Oh, interesting. Canada outpacing the U.S. rate.
Yeah, and Mexico also demonstrates strong demand, nearly doubling from around $65 million to almost $169 million by 2033, with an 8.2% CAGR.
Also strong.
So Canada's growth rate is higher than the U.S., Mexico showing strong demand. How might we explain these sort of nuances within North America?
Well, Canada's higher CAGR, it could reflect a combination of factors, perhaps a slightly less saturated market, maybe more room for new enterprise adoption.
Could be.
Or a strong push in specific sectors like financial services, government tech, where Java is a trusted, secure choice. Canada's strong in those areas.
Makes sense. And Mexico.
Mexico's robust growth, on the other hand, likely comes from a combination of increasing industrialization, a burgeoning digital consumer base,
Right.
and also a strong nearshoring trend for IT services, companies moving operations there.
Ah, and Java fits that need.
Exactly. Robust and scalable frameworks like Java are essential for building out new systems quickly, efficiently in that context.
Okay, fascinating dynamics there. Let's move across the pond to Europe.
Right. Another major player.
Definitely another significant player on the global stage. Its own interesting dynamics, a diverse tapestry of growth across different nations.
Very diverse.
In 2021, the European market for Java Web Frameworks was around $675 million,
Yeah.
expanding to over $1.7 billion by 2033.
Okay, so that gives Europe an 8.19% CAGR overall.
Just over 8%.
And here we see a fascinating mosaic of growth, really. Some countries are hitting the accelerator much harder than others.
Reflecting different situations on the ground.
Totally. It reflects how varied the tech adoption rates are, the industry priorities, the economic situations across the continent.
It's not one single market.
Not at all. And what's often overlooked is that Java's strength lies not just in its maturity, but its adaptability.
How so in Europe?
Well, you see it used for large-scale legacy modernization, especially in industries like manufacturing and finance, particularly strong in Germany.
Okay.
But you also see it in new greenfield cloud-native development, say, across the Nordic countries. Its ecosystem, particularly frameworks like Spring and Jakarta EE, offers solutions for almost any challenge.
So let's dive into those European country spotlights. Germany stands out.
Yes, Germany's a key driver.
Highest CAGR in Europe at almost 8.9%. Projected to grow from around $141 million in 2021 to over $386 million by 2033.
A real powerhouse there.
The United Kingdom also shows strong growth, reaching over $270 million by 2033 from around $102 million in 2021. That's an 8.5% CAGR.
Also very solid, consistent.
And Spain posts an impressive 8.5% CAGR as well, expanding from about $52 million to over $138 million.
Keeping pace with the UK.
Interestingly, though, Russia shows more moderate growth, about a 6.6% CAGR downs, from around $36 million to about $77 million.
Yeah, noticeably slower.
That's a notable contrast to the rapid expansion we're seeing elsewhere in Europe. What could be behind Russia's comparatively slower growth rate?
Well, Russia's more moderate growth, compared to the dynamic expansion in Western Europe, could be down to a number of factors.
Such as?
Specific domestic tech policies, perhaps, that might favor locally developed solutions or alternative technologies.
Okay, internal factors.
And also broader geopolitical and economic influences that affect foreign investment and access to global tech trends certainly play a role.
Right. Meanwhile, Germany's lead.
Germany's lead at nearly 9% CAGR is deeply tied to its powerful industrial sector, Industry 4.0.
Makes sense. Java's big in enterprise.
Exactly. Critical for complex enterprise resource planning, automation, those ongoing Industry 4.0 initiatives.
And the UK.
The UK's consistent growth, similarly, is often driven by its robust financial services sector, digital government projects, areas which rely heavily on Java's security and scalability.
Got it. Okay, let's not overlook South America.
Definitely not. It's on the rise.
Showing strong promise. In 2021, the region's market value was almost $125 million, and it's projected to nearly triple, over $347 million by 2033.
Wow, nearly tripling. A TGR of almost 8.9% for South America? That's really strong.
Almost 9%.
Yeah. This indicates growing investment, significant digital infrastructure development across the region.
Things are moving there.
It's clear that Latin American countries are increasingly embracing and integrating advanced software solutions, and Java is playing a crucial role, building resilient, scalable digital platforms.
For things like e-commerce, public services.
Exactly, all of the above.
And when we look at the individual countries there, Argentina is a standout.
Argentina, yes, high growth.
A high 9.3% AGR, projected to grow from around $25 million in 2021 to almost $75 million by 2033.
Really strong.
Chile is also showing strong growth, 9.1% TGR, from about $10 million to nearly $30 million.
Also over 9%. Impressive.
And Brazil, obviously a significant contributor in the region, is growing from around $43 million in 2021 to over $117 million by 2033. That's an 8.7% CGR.
Still very healthy growth for the regional giant. It's a vibrant picture down there.
It really is.
Absolutely. Those high growth rates in places like Argentina and Chile, they suggest significant catch-up in digital transformation.
Driven by.
Possibly increased internet penetration, a burgeoning startup ecosystem maybe?
Right.
Brazil, as the largest economy, provides a substantial baseline for Java adoption. Its enterprise-grade capabilities are likely being leveraged for large-scale banking, retail, government digitalization projects. Big stuff.
Okay, moving on. The Middle East. Another region you said we should watch very closely.
Absolutely. Emerging as a real hotbed for tech innovation and investment.
The market was valued at almost $109 million in 2021, forecasted to reach over $297 million by 2033.
So that means the Middle East is growing at about an 8.7% CAGR.
Solidly above the global average.
Yeah. This region's growth reflects significant efforts towards economic diversification, moving away from traditional industries and into technology.
Big national plans there.
Exactly. Coupled with ambitious digital transformation projects like smart cities, national digitalization agendas, it's an area where new tech hubs are rapidly developing.
And Java fits in how?
Well, with its robustness, Java is a natural fit for building these foundational new systems they need.
Right. Within the Middle East, the UAE is leading the regional growth.
Yes, UAE stands out.
A high 9.4% CAGR, from about $16.7 million in 2021 to nearly $50 million by 2033.
Very high growth.
Turkey is also showing strong growth, from around $19.5 million to over $55 million in the same period. That's a 9.1% CAGR.
Also impressive.
In Saudi Arabia, a major market, expected to reach over $70 million by 2033 from around $25 million in 2021, and 8.8% CAGR there.
These are serious numbers for a region rapidly expanding its digital footprint.
No kidding.
Indeed. The UAE's leadership and growth, it highlights its aggressive push in areas like fintech, smart governance, areas where Java's security and scalability are critical. Saudi Arabia's strong market is a direct reflection of its Vision 2030 plan. That comprehensive plan to diversify its economy, build a digital society, relies heavily on robust enterprise-level software like Java provides.
Right, Vision 2030 is key.
And Turkey's consistent growth suggests strong domestic demand for digital services and a growing local tech industry that's leveraging Java's established ecosystem.
Makes sense. Okay, finally, let's turn our attention to Africa.
Right, a market with substantial future potential.
Definitely. A steadily progressing journey in digital adoption. In 2021, the market recorded almost $88 million.
Okay.
And it's projected to reach over $238 million by 2033.
So that gives Africa an 8.1% CAGR overall.
It's just over 8%.
And while the overall market size here is smaller compared to other regions, that consistent growth rate is highly significant.
It shows things are moving.
Absolutely. It showcases the continent's accelerating digital adoption, increasing internet penetration, and a burgeoning tech startup ecosystem that is increasingly leveraging robust frameworks like Java.
What kind of applications are we talking about there?
This often means building mobile-first applications. Huge mobile use in Africa, new digital payment systems, improving public services, all areas where Java has a proven track record.
Right. Practicality is key. And focusing on some key players in Africa.
South Africa stands out.
A regional leader with a notable 8.8% TAGR, growing from around $31 million in 2021 to over $90 million by 2033.
Strong growth there.
The Nigeria also demonstrates strong growth, from about $13.9 million in 2021 to almost $39 million by 2033. That's an 8.4% CAGR.
Also very solid.
These figures really highlight this significant and evolving tech landscape across the continent.
They really do. And these countries illustrate the varied stages of digital maturity on the continent.
How so?
Well, South Africa, with its more developed infrastructure, is likely seeing Java used for more established enterprise solutions, financial services. Nigeria, on the other hand, with its massive young population, rapidly expanding digital consumer base, it's probably leveraging Java more for mobile-first applications, e-commerce, emerging fintech solutions.
Different needs, different uses.
Exactly, where robustness and developer availability are paramount. The growth here is foundational, really building the digital backbone for future economic expansion.
We've covered a lot of ground today. Phew. Looking at both the raw numbers and the stories behind them.
Yeah, quite a journey through the data.
So here's what truly stands out for me from this deep dive into the Java Web Frameworks market.
Okay, the key takeaways.
First, we're witnessing rapid, undeniable global expansion. It's a clear testament to Java's enduring relevance. It's not going away.
Not at all. Still core.
Second, Asia-Pacific isn't just growing faster, it's emerging as a true innovation engine, especially with those incredible surges in India and China driving new approaches to digital transformation.
Yeah, approaches that established markets will increasingly learn from, I think.
Good point. Third, established markets like North America and Europe, they continue their strong adoption and growth, shows the fundamental power and reliability of Java in mature tech ecosystems.
Rock solid there.
And finally, emerging markets across South America, the Middle East, and Africa.
Yeah.
They're not just participating, they are actively gaining pace, contributing significantly to this global boom.
And often building entirely new digital infrastructures from scratch using these tools.
Exactly.
And for you listening, this isn't just about market figures, is it?
No, it's practical.
It's a critical barometer for global innovation. It signals a tangible shift in technological hubs where future digital investments are likely to flow.
Offers invaluable insights into potential career paths, maybe in rapidly expanding regions like India.
Or highlights investment opportunities in burgeoning tech markets across the Middle East and Africa.
And just gives you a clearer grasp of the fundamental forces shaping our increasingly interconnected digital world.
It truly underscores Java's continued relevance, its adaptability across vastly different economic and technological landscapes. It's quite remarkable.
It certainly is a dynamic and expansive picture we've painted today. As we wrap up this deep dive, it's clear the global tech landscape and Java's enduring place within it is in constant flux.
It really is, and it makes you wonder, doesn't it? Beyond the raw numbers, what specific localized needs or maybe industry developments are fueling that exceptional growth in places like India and the UAE?
That's a great question.
Are these regions driving innovation in specific types of Java frameworks? Or are they pushing the boundaries of what Java can do in new and exciting ways?
And how will this continued growth influence things like the digital divide?
Right, or even inspire entirely new frameworks, new innovations in the coming decade as these markets mature? Lots to think about.
Indeed. So as you consider these trends, we invite you to think about what implications this booming Java market has for your industry, maybe your city, or even your next big idea.
Where do you see the next big acceleration happening and why?
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive. Until next time, keep digging, keep learning, and stay curious.